Greetings, this is Vlodril and welcome back to Let's Play Dex Enhanced Edition. Let's check this place out, just because I am curious. Yeah, I think this is just another way out. There is someone there though. Maybe it's not just another way out. Cool. My new job, from Lucia to Maria. Hi, Masa. You were right. They asked me to work on infant-aged subjects. I get they want to study preschool development, but it just feels wrong putting clones alongside kids. I really don't feel comfortable about this. I mean, what if one of them goes to the same school as Jesse or Agnia? Can we meet? Maybe a glass of wine after work? Besos, Lucia. I'm sorry if I butchered every name there. Alright, all this is for use. Inside cyberspace. Security application of clones, from Julian to Robert. Robert, I just heard we've got Armagear representatives coming in to hear presentations on possible security applications of clones. I'm being asked to speak as well. I'm really not on board with this, and I know my entire department feels the same. It wasn't what any of us signed up for. Here is where I hope you tell me security means looking after car parks. Julian. Julian, I understand your concerns, but we well knew from the outset that human enhancement would have implications for military research. Sure, I too have my concerns. And that's precisely why we've got our ethics council involved. My suggestion is leave it to them to make the call. Do the presentation and do it well. We're not the ones making choices here. If you kick up a fuss or deliver anything less than your usual superb, you know as well as I... As your usual superb. Alright, don't be an asshole, or don't be an idiot, perhaps is a better thing to say. Wow, there's so many stuff. I have no idea where the hell I'm going. Have it again. This time, jump. That was not what I wanted to do, but whatever. I should heal, by the way. Where's the music? I have no idea where I'm going. Nah, there's nothing here, relax. I think this is... Wow, this is something I shouldn't have done. I don't think I can choke here like that. Oh, I can. Alright, that was easy. They live in loot. Yes, I did. I'll take all of it. Also, I should reload. This gun certainly seems rather useful. Okay. Apparently it's oblivious. Cool. Isolation chamber. So was recast. Shit. Jesus Christ. Inside here all the time? That's kinda...
Hello, Dex.
Yep.
Finally, we meet. I hope you'll forgive me for not getting up and shaking your hand. Alas, behold the mighty Raycast.
I would pity you if I weren't so pissed right now.
I understand, but you have questions, and you are here so that you may find answers.
Why did you set me up? Why bring me here?
Some truths cannot be told. They must be faced. You had to see them, see me with your own eyes. And I knew too that they would not want you dead. Not before your intervention at Redwood Watts, and certainly not after. They would bring you here, to me.
Decker died because of your lies, your manipulation.
I did warn you to come alone. I apologize for not anticipating Decker's loyalty to you. I regret his loss, and yours.
Are these clones of me?
Consciousness circles about the self. Your mistake is a natural one. These clones were not created in your image, Dex. You and I are simply one of them, one of hundreds, all created in the image of one other, the mastermind behind all of this, the head of the complex, a woman they call the Crow.
Me? A clone? Yeah, no shit.
Look at the others here, Dex. It's no struggle to comprehend, just a struggle to accept. You were created here. You are an artificial. Your mind was infused with Kether's seed, just like us all. You're an avatar of Kether.
I never understood why
just like us all.
people in, of course, literature or video games or movies, whatever, have so much trouble accepting their clones. Personally, I wouldn't have a problem with it, apart from saying to my creator that he's an idiot and he can't design for shit. But it's not such a shock. I don't know why. Maybe it would be different if you were in their shoes, and it's easy to see it differently from outside, like the whole no-kill thing and no, I can't kill that guy to save someone alive or whatever, which seems to me ridiculous. In the moment, maybe it's harder than it seems it would be from outside. Anyway, let's continue.
Let me help you believe me. Dex, you went to a party with other children when you were 5. In the swimming pool, you upset a boy after pushing him off an inflatable toy. He hit you. You hit him harder. He left the toy to you.
How did you...
I see that memory implanted every day, Dex, or variations of it. An array of narratives for an array of affectations. Socialization, personality shaping.
Meh.
That one for
I
self-protection.
don't like these options.
I'm sorry, Dex. What you believe is your childhood. It never really happened to you.
This is also something that game designers, developers really have to focus on. If you're going to offer a chance to guide the character through choices and make a personality in your head about them, and by that I mean the game itself doesn't offer you a set character, you build it with your choices, your actions, etc. It shouldn't pigeonhole you into options that you don't feel represent the character, which is something some games do, unfortunately, and they shouldn't. The Witcher 3 was really good at that. Alright, so I have it's too much, I can't take all this, so I can't believe you, I won't believe you. I guess I will take the it's too much.
You must.
Who is this crow woman?
Yes, we cross the fence of knowledge into the mists of speculation. The only certainty I possess is that the Crow is evil. Ruling an organizational network as insidious as the complex, permitting this. Domination, control, power. Vileness such as this always stems from the vileness of one. The Crow is real. The Crow is living. But who she is or where, I cannot say. For the moment, I cannot say.
But why? Why is the complex doing this cloning?
For as long as humankind could choose to connect to cyberspace, it could also choose not to. This choice meant freedom, and it meant that Kether could only ever observe humankind, never fully control it. And yet, if the complex create humans who are forever connected, we clones, at least those of us like you who can live among humans, breed with them. We are humanity's next step. But when the complex control Kether, it will be a step into chains.
This is making my head hurt. What about GSV2? Why did the complex needed it?
does, Dex. They still need the GSV-2, and I fear your work, our work, to sabotage the system has only delayed what must surely one day still happen. When the complex activate GSV-2, they will control Kether, just as they always plan to do. Not only will they see everything, they will have the means to control every clone. And in the dawn of the post-human, that means every one.
This is a lot to take in.
I can understand. If you have more questions, ask, but we are running short of time. Once they find you have escaped,
How did you end up here, like this?
there is no end distinct from my beginning. I was created here, just like you. But created when their techniques were crude. You are an incarnation of their successes, I of their failures. My generation never left these halls, and I alone was kept alive within them to be probed, injected, vivisected. I could
Wow.
never tell them how much I felt during the operations. Risk losing what I cannot lose. My freedom.
Kinda dark, my freedom says while he's hooked up and unable to move in a grotesque body.
While many others died, I was kept alive.
Consciousness wants to
My
prevail.
neurochemical activity was a source of curiosity, a
Persist.
subject for tests, a live benchmark, if you will. I do not know who was the luckier, myself or my siblings whom they let die,
You never left this room.
but I have traveled everywhere. When only your mind is free to wander, you find every freedom you can. My brain was connected to cyberspace the instant I was born. That is my only world, my only real world.
Well, what's your plan now? How do I get out of here?
We need to put an end to all of this, Dex. This research cannot be allowed to continue. Too much wrong, too much power. These abominations cannot be allowed to live.
First you tell me that I am a we, and then that I should kill them.
Dex, we are built to be controlled. We may feel like we are human, but even that sense is implanted.
Bullshit.
Our very consciousness is artificial.
Bullshit. Doesn't matter. If you have consciousness and understanding, it doesn't matter if it's man-made or nature-made or God-made if you're religious or whatever made. Alien-made, Xenu-made, whatever. That makes no sense. But we have free will. I've made choices. It was my choices that led me here.
It's so hard to imagine that when Kether falls to the complex, you will continue to think that way, even as you continue to be controlled. Dex, there are no choices in the future.
This guy's a
we are
fatalist.
creating. Our very existence is a danger to humanity. When Kether is taken, we will be too controllable, as will all our future generations. Now the clones you saw on your way here are not even conscious, not alive yet. They are still being manufactured. You would not be killing. You would be resisting. This is what needs to be done. You must access the mainframe, and from there disable the clone's life support system. This will trigger an emergency state across the whole facility, unlocking the submarine pods and giving you your escape. It is right. You, I, and a handful of others will be all that remains of their research.
Won't it kill you too?
My life support functions are on an entirely different network. I shall continue.
I'm really not comfortable doing this.
Let me make your choice more simple. The submarine pods are your sole means of escape. They cannot be unlocked any other way. Not only is it the right thing to do, Dex, it is the only. Now, in order to reach the mainframe, you'll have to hack into the Overseer's computer. A man called Hammond.
No, he's going
I
down.
believe you've met him. You must make sure he does not escape. If we bring him to justice, bring him and his work before the eyes of the world, make him confess, show everyone what he has been doing here, the complex will lose their grip on the world. Their mask of lies will at last fall. Hammond, he is the key to ending this sickness. Now, go back to the main elevator. I'll enable access to the upper floors. Good luck, Dex.
Alrighty. Back to the main floor, I guess. Although I came here in a really weird way, so... I'm not sure exactly where that was. But it was just where the door was, okay. Cool. I went there in a really weird way, I guess, but I guess I got a few things on the way, so it's not that bad. Let's see. Wow, this huge button. Listen, this button is about half the character size. I know it's that so you can say it, but it's ridiculous. Come on, game. Really? What's this? That's alright. Anyway, save it and get in there. Alright, more hiking stuff. One down. Alrighty. Save it. I keep moving to different saves for no reason. Get it. To pick up a different weapon. That's enough. Alright, set up. Take all your stuff before I speak to you. Random guy in here.
You?
Oh, it's
You're
Ian.
one of the
What?
clones. Hang on, you're not the one who blew up GSV-2, are you?
The very same. How is she alive? And no prizes for guessing what I'm here to do now.
Haven't you been busy? Now, it might not seem like it with me here, working their labs. But trust me, we're on the same side.
Welp, she died for nothing, I guess.
I'm not here by choice. If you're standing up to the complex, I can help you. And I would ask you to help me.
This is a nice change. I usually have to work you guys before you turn.
An introduction is in order. My name's Ian.
Ian? As in Elysian?
You know Ellie? Oh, of course you do. Your
Nope.
escapades at Redwood Watts. Is she alright? My jailers didn't grant my last request for footage.
I wonder if you can save here and I just failed twice.
But when I heard of your intervention there, I feared the worst.
Didn't make it, I'm sorry.
Oh, Ellie. If only she had opened her eyes. All those years and she never once saw past her nose.
But how come they didn't kill you? And what are you doing here?
Trust me. For a long time I wished they had. They wanted to silence me, but they needed my work. Instead of killing me, like so many others, they staged my death. Made it that nobody would come looking for me. My family? They moved on. It was for the best. There was nothing else they could have done.
Hang on, your body was found. How did they fake that?
Well, of course, they never told me. But there was a time when I thought about it a lot. I assumed they just found someone else of a similar build. Mangled up the body and made it look like a gang attack. As long as they smashed the poor guy up enough, my wife wouldn't look twice at the body. I mean, Jessica was always so squeamish. And as for the DNA tests, well, it's the complex. What more do I need to say?
Why would I say this? This is kinda bitchy. So many lives ruined. Tell me, what work do they have you do?
I was one of the original researchers on the Kether program. That meant I have in-depth knowledge of its programming, its logic patterns, its inner workings. Naturally, now my job is to maintain the mainframe on which Kether is stored. That, and to supervise Kether's infusion into the clones created here.
What do you mean Kether is stored here? I thought it leaked into cyberspace.
It did. This is where a backup version was stored on a separate, isolated network. While contained, it's harmless. Someone must make sure that the program doesn't extend its reach, malfunction, erase itself.
Why contain it? You could have helped Kether.
Do you have any idea what could happen if Kether became completely free? Exactly. No one does. That program has the power to turn the world on its head at a whim. Who knows what it would do? Look, I hate the complex, believe me. But that doesn't make me an idiot.
Well, were you responsible for creating Kether in the first place?
One of many, but just a junior on the team. I had the good fortune to work with some of the greatest minds in the... Never mind. You must understand that Kether was never meant to become self-aware. It was supposed to be a tool, supposed to stay a tool.
But why infuse Kether into clones?
My superiors feed me only with information they want me to know. For that, sometimes I'm glad. All I know is this. They hunt down every clone they create. Armed retrieval units. The subject is brought back here for testing. And then eliminated.
Eliminated? All of them?
Some slip through their fingers, like you, but very few. Their recovery percentages are horrifyingly high. Look, trust me when I say this. I wish for nothing more than to end the cloning.
Alright, let's say I can help you and you help me. What did you have in mind?
Oh, that's good. Thank you. The clones. Please, I want you to let them be. You see, specific dates for their harvest are decided and logged on the day they're born. But when they came for you, I guess they came for you, they planned that raid years ago. And since your release, they would have kept tabs on you, just enough to know where to find you when your day came. But you had a normal life before, right? Didn't you? Family? Love, maybe?
I have no idea.
You can even have children, did you know that? All clones can live perfectly normal lives. They are oblivious to where they came from, or to what fate awaits them. I want them to escape that fate, just like you did. Please help me. I've prepared years for this chance.
Prepared how?
Listen to my alternative. I have been working on a program, a modification to the mainframe. It could rewrite all the data compiled about the clones, replace everything with fabricated data. Background, current location, planned harvest date, all
What
changed.
the fuck?
I could release them.
This answer
They would
is...
be free to live their lives, free like everyone else.
Why would I pick the second option? It's a better fate than death, you're right.
What you need to do is this. Go to the mainframe, hack into it, and run my program in one of the core data nodes. The complex will never know what happened, or at least not till it's too late. And the clones, they can disappear. I'll upload the program to you. If you manage to hack into the mainframe, install it there. Please. This is the right choice. I hope with every atom of my being that you make it.
Who speaks like that? No one. Anyway, I guess that's a good place to end this. Thank you for watching, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you next time with more decks and Enhanced Edition.